Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending where you are joining me from. My name is Remeno Ewamado Kainebi, and I'm the publisher of IGBO TV, and I'm from Akumazo Mocha in the Kano East local government area of Delta State. As you all know, I am one of those who are preaching, working to see the unity of Ndi Kota called the Federation of Nigeria. In case you don't know, we have Igbos in Edo State, we have Igbos in Delta State, we have Igbos in Kogi, we have Igbos in Benue, we have Igbos in Cross River, we have Igbos in Bayelsa, we have Igbos in Akwa Ibom, we have Igbos in River State at the same time, we have Igbos in Benue, we have Igbos in Ebonyi State, Abia State, Imo State, Anambra, and Enugu State. This state that I just mentioned now is where you found indigenous Igbo, where they are dominant. I don't mean those who travel to Lagos. I mean where we have indigenous Igbo. Now, there is a video that is making around on TikTok and some social media handle. One young man who is actually being sponsored by Benin, who are trying to distort every history as regard to South and Southeast, laying claim of every community to be their descendant. And this young man has speak on two of our men, the person of Chimeluma Amadi, calling for violence against Chimeluma Amadi and Chukwuemeka. Now, let me tell you for sure, one thing I've come to realize with these young men is that they don't actually know what we are saying, and even if they know, because of hatred and biasness, they fail to stick and to accept the truth that we have come with. Number one, it is very funny to say that the Ikwere people are actually from Benin. I will take it to heart with that argument if an Ikwere man stand up to say he's an Ikwere, that he doesn't want to associate himself with any other ethnic or whatsoever tribe. But coming up to tell me that Ikwere is from Benin is what I will defend even while I am sleeping. Because those things are nothing but false information. Just like me coming from Akuma Azumoja, somebody said I'm from Benin. How possible will that be? The name of my community tells it all about my identity and about who I am. Same thing lies with the queries. Now, you calling up violence against the person of Amadi and every other unification, what is it called, preacher, simply shows that you've taken laws into your hand. And I want the world to actually look into what you have just said. You call yourself Mwadiana. Mwadiana is never a Benin word. What does it mean to be, for somebody to be referred or called Mwadiana? And when I begin to see some of the things you said, I look at you. Those who are paying you to reject your family will never be your family tomorrow. A time will come, they will speak to your face directly to tell you that you are nothing, you are not from River State, or rather, you are not from Edo State. Because you are not, when we look at cultural, we look at traditionally and every aspect of life, you are never what? A Benin person. So the language you speak as an Ikwere or a Wuraha person is an Igbo language. Now, the one you call Igbo language is a language that was put together, words was picked out of our different dialects to form a central language that will help us to, further unite ourselves. So every community you see that we call Igbo have their unique language, which we call dialect today. So I want you to listen to this young man while I come back, so that I want you to make your contribution to what he's saying. Listen to him while I come back.
Welcome to the Ikwere Social Awareness Forum TV. My name is Big Bright. Before we dive into the issue of today, I would like to greet specifically my Ihua people, as this message will generally be addressing them. You see, while growing up, I've always had this deep respect for the Igbo people, and they in turn respected every culture and tribe. That was a while back, while growing up. While growing up, my identity as an Ihua person was never disrespected or insulted. But quite recently, I'll call it that, because this menace started during the era Nnamdi Kanu came into the scene around 2014 to this present time. And so, let's continue. Quite recently, I've seen the Igbos move from this to this with the disrespect of people's culture, identity, and history. Only from 2014 till now will I tell an Igbo man I'm an Ikwere man when asked about my ethnicity, and they will insult me with their popular word, Iflefu. Then they go on and off about how you don't know your history and the one-sided view and wrong narrative of how the Nigerian system made you start denying your own region, which brings us to today's discussion. I am calling on the 7 kingdoms of Ikwere land. Rishimbam, Esila, Risimini, Akbo, Evo, Apan, and Rebisi. And I want to start by saying, Mbekulema no, but I want to ask the entire Ikwere kingdom, if this message have not been seen. This guy who goes by the name Nnamen made a post quite recently claiming that Ikwere land is owned by the Igbos and that they are our hosts. Maybe most of you don't understand the level of this insult. So let me rephrase it in Ikwere language. Nwokem ken vo picha kano veli soma vo elenwe elikwere dum buburu elikwere nine na kevo elenvava elezigwezi nove na so chimaina so numaina leken na hazo elenve no avo elenve. So to the entire 7 kingdoms of the Ikwere land, this is what Nnamen looks like. Should in case you find him in any of the Ikwere towns, and this particular guy is now assisted by a particular guy by name Amadi Chimenu, and this is what Mr. Chimenu Amadi looks like. Should in case you also find him in any of the Ikwere town, though he claims to hail from Romewo community, which I am from, and to the best of my knowledge, nobody like that exists. And to the Romewo people, I as well have this to say. Neruka can call one for Amadi Chimenu. Yanon Amen, Vekawa no veli soma, Ekowa no eli soma, Velewe, Bubureli Roha, Dum, my Romewo kemezigu. Naina vele vava vele zigwezi naina zigwezi and anon wokem nele romewo owo no ku hekem no le manya wokem paraleli kwerezi wokem kwamelele par sameleli kwere no online a parema kolele romewo na lirimo degun hevoma. And to summarize, I will ask all the entire 7 kingdoms of the Ikwere land what they are doing about this whole thing. The insults, the disrespect, and the disregard on we, the Ikwere people, by these Isomers who we have allowed to come to our land and do business is much. And I guess these Isomers never learned from the past. This is what happened after the end of the Civil War, when the Ikwere and the entire Rivers people chased all Igbos out of Rivers State. To the entire name of all the kingdoms in Ikwere land, I ask, with this glorification and insults on Ikwere land and our ancestors go unnoticed to the entire Ikwere youth, I ask, will you fold your arms and watch while your identity is being ridiculed and wiped out without doing nothing? Because I feel with the youth have a lot to do, starting with these 2 people. This is the Ikwere Social Awareness Forum TV, and I remain your host, Big Bright. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. In case you have listened to his video, now he claimed he's calling Amadi. I want you to watch this next video and tell me if the ones you hear speaking about them being Igbo not from Benin, are they not from Ikwere? Are they not from Emoha? Are they not from that river state where we are talking about the Igbo unity? Now listen to this second video and tell me what is your thought. Why did he leave to address this young man and choose to address the person of Amadi and Chukwuemeka? This is a question on what I want you to contribute to, because sometimes people stand to a kind of introduce violence into something that needed not violence, and when they start, they think that they have monopoly to some of the things they are doing. But I just want you guys to listen to this second video while I come back.
They went in any horror. Come on, make go. But my man. And very quickly, I want to say thank you, sir, on behalf of Ohanes Ndigbo in Rivers State. On behalf of the Igbos in Rivers State, we are the dominant ethnic bloc of this state. Ikwere people are Igbos. We are not from Benin. Even the late Oba of Benin wrote a book titled, I Remain Sir, Your Obedient Servant. On page 19, he said he worked in the Ahonda district and he came across the Ikweres and the Chase, who are typical Igbos. So if the custodian of the Benin heritage could on record say that the Ikweres and the Chase are typical Igbos, you are going behind to say you are Benin. The man is saying, no, you are Igbos. Nobody owns Igbo. And there is no superior Igbo. Neither is there an inferior Igbo. Igbo has different language dialects. Ikwere is one of them. As a matter of fact, Ikwere is about the biggest. If you draw the census, Ikwere is the biggest language group in the entire Igbo land. One of our progenitors, late Senator Dr. Obiwan, whose son is here today, became minority leader of the Nigerian Senate. That was an Igbo slot, and it was given to him by his Igbo brothers. We are not begging, it's not a privilege for us to be Igbo. We are not trying to be Igbo. We are not looking for Igbo to protect us. We are Igbos. You can choose to say whatever you want to say. You can hold any opinion about Livingstone, but I dare you. I dare you. Whoever it is, I dare you. So you cannot, because of a post-war script and narrative, come here to undermine our identity. It is a colonial script to divide us, so we become diminished in the face of our neighbors. Our neighbors know our capacity. They know our carriage. They know we are a global institution. That Igbos all over the world. Igbos all over the world. We are more than 80 million. I was talking to Chief Mike Okira earlier and he was talking to me about a man called Njoko, who is from Kenya. And he mentioned to me a particular Theophilus Okiro, who was one-time minister in the government of Kenya. Am I correct, sir? People have said, he's an Imo State man, and I asked, when he joined the police, did he join because he wanted to be IG and took reverse slots? At the time he was IG, we prided in this state that our son is the Inspector General of Police. And you're coming to say he's 75 and going. Today is this year is the 76th year on earth. What else? He has seen it all. We are not looking for endorsement. We are not looking for recommendation. We are not looking for acceptance. Africa survives on the strength of Ndi Igbo. Africa survives on the strength of Ndi Igbo. Every Ikwere man you see is an Igbo man. You can choose to deny it.
Have you watched the second video? Now, we are talking about the PG of Ahanes and Igbo. Now, you have seen with all the drama that is playing out lately for the past 2-3 weeks now, a lot of drama has been playing out. Now, we have people coming from Eche, people calling from Ikwere, Mumura, and so on, who are out to contest for the position of PG or Ahanes and Igbo. Now, these people are Igbo-speaking people from Rivers State. And I want this young man to actually stand up to threaten these men who are running for the position of Ahanes and Igbo, to tell them that they are not Igbo, rather they are from Benin. Mr. Young Man, or I don't know what to call you, those who are paying you, sponsoring you to actually fight against your cousins and your siblings and your uncles and nieces, they can never trust you tomorrow because they know they will always see you as a betrayer. What am I trying to say? If you are from Igbo-speaking tribe in Rivers State, this is our time to come together. You know, putting our differences behind, because the young man actually made mention of what happened during the Civil War and after the Civil War. I don't want us to begin to look at that statement, because if we begin to look at that statement, it is going to bring up so many issues that we have allowed to die without being resurrected. So for me, I am calling on all the good people of Rivers State, the ICC, the Indigenous Igbo Council, and the Indigenous Igbos in Rivers State to stand up and embrace this golden movement that we are into. It is time we need to prove to the world that despite the divide and rule strategy that the enemies had against us, that we are stand to defeat our enemies against all odds. My name is Madu Kainebi. 10th of this month, we are going to be celebrating the emergence of the newly elected Ohaneze Ndigbo President General. I don't want to say any more thing than this, but the video you have just watched has given us the benefit of doubt or belief, as you may see. But one thing I want to say, that Igbos must come together. No enemy will be able to deny or divide us anymore. Until I come your way again, stay peace, stay cool, and celebrate the upcoming leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo. And you want to to cultural organization, we are fully behind the process that will build the newly PG of Ohaneze Ndigbo. Until I come your way again, my name is Madu Kainebi. Oya kumazo mwachakero. Ibeka. And you want that kumazo wonye shuba. There is nothing you will tell me to make me accept that devilish propaganda that a caste actually migrate or descendant of Benin. We know how all things happen, and we are ready to work to restore our past glory and to make sure that things are working well for us. Stay tuned until I come your way. Remain blessed.